Anyway, we're going to take a small little look at YCS Mexico today. Not much to really talk about there, admittedly, because we're kind of in this weird intermediary format. And I was very disappointed because I went to actually purchase my deck of choice for the upcoming format, which is going to be Malice. And I got the backup Ignisters. Went and bought these. You need a playset of these, apparently. Bought a playset of that. Got my Farfa 5 discount, which you guys can get on Kong's cards in Tier 0. And then I went and I got the White Rabbit. What's the expensive one called? No, Hair? Malice Hair? Something like that. This one. It's sold out. It's sold out. So, gonna have to get myself... This is the 3 of, isn't it? Correct? I'm not mistaken. This is a 3 of. So if anyone here has 3 March Hair or plans on obtaining 3 March Hair or something, March Hair when April Hair walks in. Dun, 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 dun. Any pre-sales? Any British pre-sales? No? Okay. Is that 47 per copy? Yeah, I know, that's like an entire One Piece deck, basically. Just proxy it. Me when I illegal. So, that's annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to buy that at some point. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's next week, I believe. So this week, I guess we're gonna play Blue Eyes for one last final time, and then see what happens after that. All right, so Egg in the Basket coming out again. Once upon a time, there was a duelist who was the first place winner of YCS Houston, running Goblin Memento. And here at YCS Mexico City, which was quite a big YCS, by the way. I think it was 1,400 players. 1,400 players. And this almost looks card for card the same as the list that won YCS Houston. I think this one is playing Perulia and Eclipse, which the other one wasn't. But it's still running the Droplet and it's running the Goblin cards. So I guess that's pretty... I guess this is established to be the most... No Goblins? Wait, but this is the Goblins here. Goblin Grand Breakout? I guess it's a smaller Goblin engine, I guess. Alright, okay. So, I guess it's not really Goblin. It's just using this as a searcher for Memento Goblin. So, I guess it is more of a pure version in that sense. Okay, fair enough. Now, I would watch the deck profile, but the problem with the deck profile is...
Hey, ¿qué onda, amigos de Black Dolce? ¿Cómo están? Estamos aquí con nada más y nada menos que el campeón.
¿Por qué no hablo inglés? Hablo inglés. ¿Por qué? Why would the Mexican... At the Mexican event for Mexican Yu-Gi-Oh! And LATAM content, speak Mexican instead of English. Why don't they speak American? So unfortunately, I can't watch the deck profile. So, yep, don't know much about Memento. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, rather than me giving my analysis and stuff, I will give you surface level analyses of this Memento deck. And then the Twitch chat is going to then take it from there instead. Okay, so, all right. Go ahead, Twitch chat. Analyze this deck and tell me your thoughts and stuff on it. So, we've got Memento. This is a deck that does fusion summoning, as well as doing some link plays as well. Good deck. Team Kong 5 and support Owen Wilson instead. Yeah, Owen is my goat, to be fair. But you should Farfa 5, I'm just saying. Just use automatic subtitles, surely they're good. This deck is okay. Good deck, thumbs up. I'm literally playing against this deck right now on Omega. The last card in the extra deck is used to win in time. Oh, Agave Dragon, my goat! You don't talk Mexican? That's a big bummer. Put it in chat GPT. The deck uses fusion and link summons to make disruption. Damn, that's crazy. Agave is in the list because he likes gaining life. Do not ask why. I think it's good because it won a YCS. A nice girthy deck. Selene Access is actually interesting. Oh, we got a real, genuine point of analytical thought here on this deck list. I've never played this deck before. So I'm glad that someone here has managed to point that out. Okay, guys, can you make good points? Okay, can you make good points? Don't make bad points. Banish Acheron and Imperm Anguish and the deck loses. Okay? Agave is in theme for Mexico. I don't know what that means. The deck is bad as there is no Chandra. Agave, good call. Stop talking about Agave. We get it. It wins in time. Anything else
Brazil.
important to add
Memento
here?
has meme in the
Limited
name.
talent would promote people to main deck it more often. Mulch armies are good. He's playing Trihorn Dragon, which is not standard, and I guess that might be bad. I don't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Too Sleepy is not super common if I remember. Ray, where? Where is Maxi? Why is Agave there? Clueless. Where is Mind Goblin? Playing Trihorn Dragon and Kern is kind of confusing considering the deck sets up enough disruptions. Not running Mirage is also strange. Close Moon Sequence is the third fusion to play Baphomet, Recycle Creation King, and the Banishment on the opponent's turn. Feels like the Dark Blade to 2 becoming the new... I don't know what it... People, like... Every once in a while, I'll see like a dumb comment, usually on like a DZ video or something, saying like Farfa viewers or something kicked up. You guys are giving really good analysis right now. This is all very fantastic. I think you guys should be proud of yourself. This is good stuff. Awesome. So yeah, good job, guys. Any discussions about the side deck? You want to tell me something about the side deck? Would you mind gobbling these nuts? Ha ha ha. Yeah, classic. Why didn't this deck pop the baby? It does pop, actually. It pops a lot of babies, except they're goblins instead of dinos. On a serious note, wear traps. I actually know the answer to that. Basically, TLDR, the Memento traps are just win more. That's like, in a nutshell, after spending... 15 minutes in a Discord call with Vlad, that's the TLDR. The traps are win more. That's it. Like, I see this comment actually really quite often on YouTube comments and stuff like that, and it's just like, the traps are only good if you can play and you can extend and you can establish your field. Other than that, which in a real game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't happen. Your opponent hand traps you, disrupts you, and if you have a trap in your hand, it's pretty much almost always bad to hard draw. So they just don't do anything. Play the traps if you want to win more. Well, there's a difference between winning more often and winning more. Do you see the difference? I really like it, Masdo, because Maxi is an evil card. But the thing is, in order to make the trap online in Masdo, you still have to special summon like 50 times, though, in order to make it live. Because getting out the Creation King is like, it's a lot of summons. What is a side deck? Okay, so side decking is this dumb thing that IRL Masdo players do, where they bring in cards from their binder. It's incredible that they literally just cheat. So they go to the deck editor and they change their cards, and then they have another game. So they have a game 1-2. I don't know what's going on in paper Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's an absolutely ridiculous thing that these people have been up to. All right, what else have we got in Top Cut here? Enzo topping with Bestial. I don't see the logic with playing this deck other than, I guess, what's the meta call for this, I suppose? It's when people are playing the light-dark decks, obviously. Which is a brave choice to make it a Latam YCS, because Latam YCSs tend to be a little bit more roguey. You see there's a significant more amount of Mermeld. Well, I say significant, there's like 2. Everything else is Fiendsmith, though. A lot of Fiendsmith still. Yeah, I get it's really good against basically anything with light and dark. Do not let your opponent play. You have 5, 8 DD Crows and bodies. You have 3 Charmies. That's, what are you up to? 11 hand traps. Plus 3 Nibiru. That's 14. Plus Ash. And Valor. That's 20. Plus Imperm. 23. 23 activatable cards on your opponent's turn when you lose the dice roll. 23. What the fuck is going on with the small world, though? What's that about? Does he have a deck profile? He didn't post a deck profile. He didn't record a deck profile. One random-ass small world. Is this like the 40th card? Did we used to play 3 talents and we were like, ah, shit, we lost the talents. We gotta cut down to 1 and replace the other card here? What's with the small world? That's, very interesting. I assume it just gets you into anything, right? Like, if your opponent stops your first play, you can just small world, banish a hand trap. Hand trap probably gets you into, like, Lebellion or Engraver. So, yeah, I guess that's most likely what it's being used for. Okay, cool deck. What else we got here in terms of deck profiles? Ryziel. Post-bandless Ryziel. This will be interesting. Okay, so the Mathmech engine is taking off here, which is terrifying. But I just want you to count like how many dogshit cards you need to put in your deck in order to play Mathmech in Ryziel. Okay? So, in order to play Mathmech in Ryziel, you play Circular, which is good. That's like good to draw. You know, Circular just does a lot just by itself. And then in order to keep playing, you have to go use your guys, make a rank 4, and then you go add the circular. You special circular by dumping Nabla, and then the Alimbertian tributes itself for cost, specials out Nabla from the graveyard. And then you activate Nabla, and it specials Diameter from the deck. Oh, and also in the process, when you special back with Alimbertian, the circular triggers and adds Factorial. And then you make a rank 4 with that. So you have to play Nabla, Diameter, Factorial, just to make circular alive and good. That's 3 cards you don't really want to draw. Fiendsmith in Paradise, 4 cards you don't really want to draw. And Rizio Cross, 5 cards you don't really want to draw. And Rizio Plugin, 6 cards you don't really want to draw. And Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, 7 cards you don't really want to draw. Fabled Lurie, 8 cards you don't really want. This deck sucks. I couldn't play this deck. I couldn't play this deck. I would be so tilted. I would be so angry and frustrated if I played a deck like this. Because mathematically, 8 cards you would just rather not see. Add Node, I guess, as well, if you want to be very specific as well. 9 cards. That's 9 cards you just prefer to not open or see in your hand. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get the logic. It makes the deck really powerful because you have so much engine in the sense that you have a lot of ways to extend, pop off, and do really powerful combos. 2 leftover bodies. You make a Alimbertian, boom, circular combo. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Your deck gets a lot of juice and some big muscle behind it, but you sacrifice that by playing fucking 6 Garnets or something, right? Bro plays Blue Eyes with the same amount of cards you don't want to see. That's just not true. What are you talking about? Mausoleum and True Light. That's it. Okay, come on. Hard drawing Blue Eyes is good, especially with the new Primite Fusion, which we'll talk about soon. Blue Eyes has 4 cards. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Blue Eyes has True Light, Mausoleum, and 2 Blue Eyes. That's 4. This is 8 cards. Pegasus? Okay, 5. Fine. But sometimes drawing the trap is good, actually. Sometimes drawing the trap is good. Not all the time, but sometimes. Maybe they had mulligans at this YCS. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm just a spectator here. You know, congratulations to Brian Roberto Zuniga Villalpando. He definitely is a better player and is smarter than me and knows more than I do. However, that's just in my opinion, personally, if it works for him, that's cool. But I couldn't play a deck like this. I would just get too mad. I would just be too upset because I would get so frustrated drawing multiples of dog shit cards in my hand that I don't want to see. Imagine you open your opening hand, round 1 of a YCS. You're playing against, like, I don't know, some random like Mermel, like wombo combo dog shit, insufferable, degenerate hand loop garbage pile, and you look at your opening hand and it's like Talents, Factorial, Nabla, or like a Fiendsmith Paradise, and he's just sitting there like Albanian SpongeBob on you. You know, I'd be so fucking angry, dude. I'd be so pissed off. You know? Alright, anyway, let's move on. So how many Rizio topped? Bro fell off, dude. We've got 1 pure Rizio in top 4. That deck was in top 16. And then... Is that it? There's 2 Rizio? Bruh, what's the most represented deck? Malice. So, mathematically and statistically, if you want to look at it that way, Malice is the best deck post-banless, and it's getting insane support next week. They really hit Rizio too hard. I don't know what they needed to do with Rizio. I personally would have left Detonator alone. Or you just ban Detonator and let them keep all the cards. But like they really eviscerated Rizio. Like really hit it too hard. I don't know. It's rough, man. It is very, very harsh what they did. And I said this, but people were like coping and saying like, oh no, Malice got a really hard hit. You know, the 2 Dormouse and the 2 Field Spell and the Link Decoder, huge nerf for the deck. Link Decoder, huge nerf for the deck. Is the most represented deck. Now, what I will say that's very cool is it's a very diverse top cut. There is a lot of Malice, but decent amount of showing from Memento. There's a Mitsurugi, couple of Mermail, Crystron, Blue Eyes, and even a fucking Snake Eye deck. Could you believe it? Speaking of Snake Eye, that's the next deck list for us to take a look at. Looking. So what am I looking at? What does Snake Eye Ash do? What does Snake Eye Ash do? I mean, looking at the extra deck here, there's Fiendsmith combo. There's Doom Dragon. You make Desiree. Set up Princess. Set up Masquerena. Float some guys, get some advantage with Farfa. This does the same as before. Well, clearly it doesn't do the same as before. Clearly. This is another, like, really annoying, like, Garnet deck. Like, look at how many cards you would just rather not see. Farfa, Diabell, this Diabell, Snake Eye Diabell, Lacrima. I guess Poplar is probably combo. No, wait, hold on. Is Poplar combo? What? Wait, no, Poplar is it? Is Poplar combo? Normal Poplar, get Field Spell, Scale Diabell, make a link 1, no effect of Poplar. Diabell, Scale Wait, what? Poplar doesn't do anything. Poplar never added Os before, so Ash does exactly the same as it did before. Yeah, but why would you play more than one Poplar now? Because now if you normal summon Ash, you get Poplar, it does the same as before, but if you just normal Poplar without Os, Poplar doesn't do anything. It does kind of do something. One Poplar. What does it do? What is one Poplar? I genuinely don't see it. You get Field Spell, set up. Oh, Doom Dragon. Okay. What do you do with Doom Dragon? Normal Poplar. Okay, so Poplar is just Close Moon, essentially, right? Sure. That's kind of dog shit. Like, that's kind of ass, right? Like, that's kind of ass. Alright, fair enough. Okay, I mean, sure. I don't see what this deck is offering you, though. Like, what is the advantage of playing this deck? Like, what's the logic behind it? It's just, it feels like a worse version of Enzo's deck. Like, I feel like this is doing what it does better. Okay, Cash Tier Unicorn, that's fair enough. That is, you know, everyone hates the Cash Tiers. Everyone hated that. So, sure. Cash Tier is a bit stinky going first, though. Second. We didn't get the Blue Eyes profile, which is sad. I would have really loved to see the Blue Eyes deck list. Although I'm pretty sure Vlad has so much aura and haki that he has just established the correct, like, deck list of Blue Eyes. So his deck list minus two talents plus +1 called by is what I assume is this deck list if we're being for real. Like, I don't see what you do with Blue Eyes in terms of deck building and adapting to the format. You know, you still play all the same cool cards you always did. I'm playing 3 Drill Beam now. No, you're not. I know, you're just lying. Shut up. No, you're not. Alright, anyway, that's about it for the YCS. Not really anything special from this one. We are in, like, a little intermediary format right now. Would have loved to have seen this U-Bell deck list, for example, as well. The Salmon Great as well. So that's cool. But yeah, this is the format for the next 6 days. And with Malice being the most dominant deck statistically, really excited looking for the Malice support next week during the Malice format. That's going to be great. Can't wait for that. Awesome. That's lovely. All right, let's move on.